So let's choose at least one person or two people who are going to tell us what they think is going to be the new Africa. What's your suggestion, Mohammed? Because this is a discussion point. So I think I'm going to start from the gift table. One person should tell me what you think about the new Africa. What's going to be the plan? One person. Okay, please mention your name, who you are, so we can. Thank you.
Hey everybody, my name is Grace Nat. I'm coming from the US. I have a passion. I'm in healthcare, and that's my passion. And so, but the push behind that passion is education. I think the continued legacy of intentional, directed education is going to be a big part of the new Africa. I know we've got education, we're highly educated already, yes. But I'm talking about intentional, and I'm talking about with perpetuity and legacy as our goal.
Thank you so much. Put up your hands well for her. Intentional education, and I believe that is very true. All of us are educated, but are intentionally educated. Because if you want to change Africa, you really have to be intentionally educated. So thank you so much. Next, to that table, who is volunteering? Yes, this table. Okay, that's the microphone. Please mention your name, who you are, and then what you think is going to be the change for Africa.
Good morning. Naira Mohammed. From Gatak and Ghana Indian Trade University. I think the new Africa is Africa where the West don't dictate to us what currency we can trade with. Nobody wants to tell us what currency to trade with in our own country. We can raise young, resilient, strong girls, especially to dominate society and to also stand up for what is right for them. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's put our hands together. Okay, you. All right.
My name is Benson, filmmaker, and I want to see, I want to experience an Africa where there's like free movement and all African free trade as well, and common opportunities everywhere. In every African country that you go to, and just every African country welcoming African brothers, African sisters, like they've gone there. So that's exactly what I want to experience.
Everyone, we don't take this as opposed to the next African country.
I was kind of nervous to say that this morning. Yes. An African where you don't need a visa to go to another country. Free movement. Thank you. Next on that table, where I have the gentleman and the lady. Please sorry.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Sally. I'm a fashion designer from Nigeria. I think the new Africa is going to be an Africa where people, especially the youth, that believe that everybody was God created. God created everybody with a unique purpose. So it's an Africa where the youth look deep into them and discover their true potential, where the youth and everybody is innovative, and they will make Africa proud in the world by our innovation.
Thank you so much. Innovation in like you. So, do you want to also give a suggestion? Can you mention your name, who you are, so we can all read you up? Yes.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ozi Umbadiwe. I'm Nigerian. For me, the new Africa is an Africa in line with our Agenda 2063. You know, an Africa, a unified Africa, one where there's a free movement of trade, free movement of persons, and ownership of who we are. You know, I think we're at the forefront. Now, I don't even consider the new Africa, the present Africa. We're at the forefront of a lot of things right now, and with more confidence, with more growth, and with more ownership of who we are, our culture, then not only are we going to be at the forefront, then we stay there. That's what I think New Africa is, staying on top.
Staying on top. Thank you so much.
From National Academy of Student Achievement Awards, Ghana, NASAC, we always lead the interest of students in the area of how we can prepare and augment or transform the mindset of our students before they get out of the school and then land into the job market. So the New Africa as we want, we all have been complaining over a decade that our educational system is not complementing the need that we want. Therefore, the rebranding of Africa means we need to put much focus and emphasis on our education, and then we can transform their mindset. Otherwise, when they leave the school, their mindset is already spoiled. They cannot change outright, so we need to change them from the school. So as this summit is here to rebrand Africa's image, the image should be channeled to the educational sector so that we can have a generation that is well transformed, impactful, and very, very transformative as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I think I'll just pick one person on Dr. Singh's table and then
here in Ghana. The New Africa should be an African where we develop our business amongst ourselves. Without our partnership, we own businesses here among African brothers. We have to retain our capital here in Africa and build on our capitals to generate generational wealth among the people of Africa and develop a relationship where Ghanaians and Nigerians as one, a Zambian as one, a South African as one. If we can retain our businesses here, retain our money, our money here, then the New Africa will be possible. But if we allow experts to take our wealth to develop their country, we will be able to develop the New Africa. And that's the New Africa.
Thank you so much.
Executive Services for Water Authority, and now an HR and leadership consultant. Yeah, so just to put everything together, as my colleagues have said, I think that we need an Africa that dwells on collaboration. There is so much, that we have together that can bring us together. But there are so many little things that are actually separating us. And we seem to be dwelling on those little, minor things, measuring the minors. That should not be the case. Because I believe that when we collaborate, when we do it together, we will be able to harness our potential, we will have stronger voice, and be able to do it together. But when we want to do it just, by ourselves, then we will continue to be hitting at each other, and that obviously will not get us to that, land of the New Africa that we are all looking for. You can't fight it, as it were, when you are doing it, on separate platforms. Let us collaborate as Africans. Let us do it together, harness our potential together, and together we'll be able, to get to where we want to be. Thank you. Services for Water Authority, and now an HR and leadership consultant. Yeah, so just to put everything together, as my colleagues have said, I think that we need an Africa that dwells on collaboration. There is so much, that we have together that can bring us together. But there are so many little things that are actually separating us. And we seem to be dwelling on those little, minor things, measuring the minors. That should not be the case. Because I believe that when we collaborate, when we do it together, we will be able to harness our potential, we will have stronger voice, and be able to do it together. But when we want to do it just, by ourselves, then we will continue to be hitting at each other, and that obviously will not get us to that, land of the New Africa that we are all looking for. You can't fight it, as it were, when you are doing it, on separate platforms. Let us collaborate as Africans. Let us do it together, harness our potential together, and together we'll be able, to get to where we want to be. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
My name is Dr. Remy Duyele, former Vice President of Bank of America in the United States of America, currently a professor at an HBCU in the United States and an international consultant. My take on what the new Africa needs is very simple. Our authenticity is so desired and so loved everywhere. Being able to bring that originality into everything that we do, anywhere we are, it's very paramount. How do I mean? Knowing who you are, whose you are, and being confident to deliver all the time in your own way of making impact in the world. Collaboration is very key. So is cooperation. Being able to create platforms for our young leaders. As a professor, I see youth in the classroom and in the boardroom. And one thing I know for sure, they are ready to lead the way. We need to create an enabling environment that will ensure that they are supported, not just by words, by actions, with our resources, with our talent. That is the only way that we can have that Africa. Embracing the diaspora, your sons and daughters who are not within the continent, they are making the world proud wherever they are represented. Being able to ensure that we make it easier for them to engage within their home country or their host country is very important. The diasporans are going to be so essential in this new Africa. Let's even take it back to children of the diasporans who are born in those countries. They're now those countries' nationals. Being able to embrace them. And the youth are doing it. They're doing it big. They're taking time to come to Africa themselves, to uncover and to engage with their peers. We need to do more of that to ensure that the Africa we want is created. Let's forget about what the West is doing. That's not the issue. What are we going to do about it? Action, action. It's what we need to have. Thank you very much.
International model have gone around the world, and I've noticed lots of discrimination is coming to African model. So the new Africa should portray embracing our culture, especially the fashion industry, to portray it out there to the West. Like Africa is really gifted, we are really blessed. We need to portray our culture more out there.
Thank you so much. Now for your table, okay.
My name is Elijah, and I'm a diplomat. I think that the new Africa should be the Africa where we should all stop talking and start doing. Africa where we need to talk less and do more. Because lots of meetings, from various, leaders, we attend a lot of conferences in Africa. Nothing actually comes out of it. So just like the motto of Nike, I'll just say, just do it.
Yes, just do it. Thank you so much. All right.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Chibike Echen from Nigeria. Just like Ambassador just said, I think it's actually time we stop talking and start doing. You just said something. Let's begin to love ourselves first before we start talking about what the West is doing and what they are not doing. There's a lot of hatred among Africans within themselves. So we see we have to begin to develop that passion for ourselves, looking what we can do for ourselves, and again, also create a platform to allow young, vibrant people to take lead. Because in Africa today, if you go around and look at presidents, you see, I don't want to go to that, but then we need to create an environment that enables young people to be able to emerge fresh innovations, ideas to drive Africa. But like you said, let's start with it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Haruna, Dean of Faculty, Arts and Humanities, Bellevue College, Seattle, Washington. Every single speaker has touched on every single facet of what we need in the new Africa. From advocacy, intellectualism, diversity, equity, inclusion. and the most of it is intentionality. We can all talk about what we want the new Africa to be, but we have to be intentional in going after what we believe we need to do to encourage and educate the younger ones who we've been advocating for. A lot of my colleagues here have spoken to that. Education is key, and drawing it or drumming it into the heads of the younger generation is very, very important. I have 3 kids who I gave birth to in the United States, but they love nothing more than to be coming back home every year because they love the Nigerian culture. They are always representing what they need to in their own little ways. Like Dr. Remy said, they are projecting what the new Africa should be. The younger ones that are in school, in diaspora, when you see them and they say they are from any part of Africa, be it Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, wherever they say they are from, they are very, very proud of their heritage. That is what we need to honor. We need to let them know that it shouldn't stop there. They should bring it back home and instill it into their counterparts who are not able to go over there to get the needed education. That is why those of us that are able to come back home, we encourage them. If we're not able to get them over there to get the wealth of knowledge or technology that they need, we should bring it over here and instill it on them, where we advocate for them, where we make them feel among, where we make them feel included, because right now they are all excluded. They are all excluded, and we say they are the leaders of tomorrow, right? And in order for us to have those leaders of tomorrow that we're talking about, we need to be able to live by examples. We cannot continue to believe or live in the deficit model. That's what I call it the deficit model, whereby we recycle the same set of human beings. We recycle the same set of leaders without giving an opportunity to the younger ones for them to be able to hone in on their experiences and their talent. We need to harness those talents so that they will be able to be the new face that we want. Thank you.
My name is Marcus Kulode. I am unemployed. I think the new Africa that we want to see, the youth should change their mindset of shortcut to riches by engaging in various criminalities and rituals. I think one of the speakers said Africa has a lot of untapped potentials. So I think there should be an enabling environment created for the youth who have the potential so that they will not engage in all those, short way of, making it in life. And then most of the youth who have also spent a lot of money to acquire various skills, the environment should provide opportunities for them to, get the opportunity to work or business so that they don't get rusted or die with the skills that they have acquired. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Any other person on your table, please? Okay.
All right. My name is Aman Amon from GITA and GATA. So the new Africa. Basically, we should dare to dream, like Obama said. If you don't dream, you don't get there. So if you can dare to dream, you can have the audacity to live that dream and to make it happen. And this should be something that we all hold together. Number 2, we need one voice. Africa is a continent. We are stronger. We are powerful if we are united. Number 3, the new Africa must have one voice. We must have one purpose and one goal, that within a time frame, we are turning things around for our good. And the last one is consistency. We start today, we must finish it. We cannot start and leave it for another generation to pick it up. We finish what we start. And lastly, just to end, Africa has the most beautiful culture, has the most beautiful belief system, and this is what drives us. If we can channel it to growth, excellence, I think we'll take the world. Thank you.
I want
once again. My name is Dr. Victor Abe. I'm a leadership and strategic management consultant. I believe that the new Africa we are trying and hoping to see should have a lead, people with a change mindset that relates to how we do things, how we relate to each other, how we do business, how we lead ourselves, and then how we treat our own environment. Talk about environmental degradation, waste disposal, and care for one another. Because without care for the environment and each other, whatever we do will boil down to a lot. So I believe that with a change mindset, that has to do with how we treat the environment, how we do things, business, everything should be able to lead us to the promised land. And I support my brothers when they said a mindset that has to do with wisdom also residing in young people. It is their time, they understand the environment better, and the elderly can support the younger people with experience to lead the way for a better Africa. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
International model, I've gone around the world and I've noticed lots of discrimination when it comes to African models. So the new Africa should portray embracing our culture, especially the fashion industry, to portray it out there to the West. Like Africa is really gifted, we are really blessed. We need to portray our culture more out there.
Thank you so much. Now for your take, okay.
My name is Elijah, and I'm a diplomat. I think that the new Africa should be the Africa where we should all stop talking and start doing. Africa where we need to talk less and do more. Because lots of meetings, from various, leaders, we attend a lot of conferences in Africa. Nothing actually comes out of it. So just like the motto of Nike, I'll just say, just do it. Thank you.
Yes, just do it. Thank you so much. All right.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Chibike Echem from Nigeria. Just like Ambassador just said, I think it's actually time we stop talking and start doing. You just said something. Let's begin to love ourselves first before we start talking about what the West is doing and what they are not doing. There's a lot of hatred among Africans within themselves. So you see, we have to begin to develop that passion for ourselves, looking what we can do for ourselves, and again, also create a platform to allow young, vibrant people to take lead. Because in Africa today, if you go around African presidents, you see, I don't want to go to that, but then we need to create an environment that enables young people to be able to emerge fresh innovations, ideas to drive Africa. But like you said, let's start with it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So my name is Lord Benson Amoko Amijo. I'm a businesswoman from Nigeria. Similar to what she said, I want a self-sufficient Africa where we don't depend on the West, basically.
Thank you so much. I can see enshrined in everything. I think it does start from intentional education, yes.
I'm the founder and chairman for the Asian African Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And since I know this new Africa for very sure, because I have been traveling extensively all across Africa, and if I can recollect, because my first journey when I started to come to Africa was almost around 17 years back. So since then, the new Africa to me, in one word, is great. And I think the next 30 years is for Africa. Because I think that we all are looking at growth. but we all have to look into two aspects. One is trade and second is sustainable economy. Because when you talk about Africa, you have everything in your soil. Whether you talk about minerals, gold, diamond, anything and everything you have, but then still we are importing majority of the products. And then there is a lack of understanding. When you talk about agriculture, people here, they are using still the old age technology. So for me, the new Africa is the one which is adapting to change. We have to open to the newer outlooks. We have to adapt, and technology enhancement, knowledge transfers, these are the key areas where I believe collaborative approach can take this new Africa to the better height. So once again, would like to thank all of you for inviting me here, especially Dr. Eno. And I think I'm taking this pleasure to be a proud person sitting in this new Africa. So once again, a big round of applause for each one of you for this new